over a minute. Alrighty, folks. Quiet on the set. Get ready to go live on the radio. Boy on the moon.
Quiet on the set!
You're listening to WRFB Radio Free Virginia. In no other better freaking place in the world than Deltona, Florida. Here you are, Lunch. No other than the dynamic duo, Laz and Jack.
And greetings, everybody. This is Laz.
And this is Jack. Welcome to another edition of Lunch with Laz and Jack, where we interpret the news so you don't have to.
That's right. Bringing you our own brand of news like nobody's business here inside Shrouded Avatar. Today, Thirsty Thursday here in Shrouded Avatar, February 9th, 2017. So we got a lot of great stuff out there. A big telethon tomorrow. Numbers are climbing. We're getting closer to that magic. And of course, we got Stars answered a whole bunch of questions. That's going to keep us a little busy answering those questions for folks. So,
reviewing and interpreting for the audience.
That's right.
That's going to be the fun part. Interpretation.
Been quite a week, and I was just curious. Do you think we should knock out maybe a stand-up sometime this week and let people know what?
Oh, the stand-up corner still exists? I mean, you actually want to do the normal show? What are you talking about? That's not how we do things around here.
I think we got more than enough questions that we can...
But I've got the stand-up corner right in front of me from yesterday.
I've got it too. Okay. But I was just curious if you actually wanted to do that, or you wanted to go...
Because there's some fun stuff in there. Fun stuff.
There is.
Okay, so don't forget, stand-up corner is where the devs sit there and say, hey, I worked on this yesterday, I'm working on this today. Something random gets written down, eventually gets posted on the forums, and we get to interpret what they try to mean. So this is the stand-up from yesterday, Wednesday, February 8th. Remember, today's the 9th. Over in the art department, Bob the Builder.
Cult of Bob.
He was working on new chests and platforms and Dragon Topiary.
Dragon Topiaries.
Yes.
I saw these bad boys coming out.
Yes, Fletch still lives as he works on Cobalt equipment. Kevin working on the Automaton Assassin and tech support.
Automaton
Assassin. See, it's going to that's actually going to go and assassinate all the automatons. That's all it's going to do. It's nothing else.
Interesting.
And I'm just completely misinterpreting that one, but yeah.
I did like the story about the attack cats and the attack dogs, though.
Oh, that was, we need more attack cats and attack dogs. And Kevin was also working on Kabbalist Leo, the sound guy, working on the wind and air spell effects or sound effects. Matt, the almighty Gix Vargach, he's rigging up some female avatars. He's putting them up in the swing and making sure that they're all properly lubricated. They're properly lubricated, and he's also working on the female run strafe animations. He wants to make sure that the hips don't lie.
That's right.
Reed working on road pavers and statues, so trying to make some POT owners a little happy. Exactly.
Yes.
Yeah.
POT owners being vocal about those pavers and of those, and we have answers to that.
Yeah. Scotty
Jones, the storyteller.
Yeah, it's working on icons and bugs and virtue devotionals. Virtue devotionals.
Play.
Yeah, you got to go do a little bit of prayer. And I'm taking it that my Don't Fear the Reaper doesn't play very well, so we're gonna have to find something else. Let's go with the Play Chronicles of Vengeance.
So those devotionals, is that going to be a way to reduce your bad virtue?
That I don't know.
You gotta do penance, man.
So I can't tell you how many people have got these Iron Maiden cloaks and put them on and not realized they were red. And
Well, because they've been out there stealing everything in sight, thinking, "Hey, that's the."
Hey,
that.
Notice mine's nice and blue, so I'm extremely virtuous.
But you don't do anything.
You know what I do? I have 13,000 scrap to change into wood pulp, so I'm going to be very, very busy soon.
I got a guy
said
for
I was
that.
blue too, but my character is a noob.
I'm just the guy.
Over in design, Brandon working on Cobalt weapon wielding, because you got to put the sword in both hands. And prefab setups and patterns. Seawolf. Working on the Upper Fortis border. Dan working on the T10 points of interest. T10. What is T10?
T10, tier 10.
No, it's
2, 3, 4, 5. Yes, T10.
T10 points of interest. And fire arrow traps and Kroll connections. Sanio working on the Colossus area updates and points of interest interactives and trap propagation.
So is Kroll actually open for business? That shows you how out of it I am. I went to Blood
Kroll-
last night and I couldn't find anything.
Yeah, Kroll is not open for business yet. It should be open for business in release 39.
Correct. You will be able to go and get yourself killed in the underground research laboratory very soon. Don't worry about it.
That's
I'm
right.
the one who knocks.
Yes.
Hello?
Anybody home?
Anybody home?
Yeah. Sorcerer Steve working out on ruins and traps.
Traps.
Tramps.
Yes.
I'm being held captive in a fortune cookie factory.
Then over in tech, we had Bobby working on bugs and platform support. Eric working on NPC catapult interactions and animation support. Yes, it's a trap.
It's a trap.
Load Led Zepp into a catapult and let him go.
I'm telling you, we gotta have catapults where we can load the NPCs in on the siege weapons and toss them
over the wall.
Well, if you take
use a ring of cat's grace and a spell so that you don't die when you. I'm telling you, this is a viable fun.
If you load up enough corpses in that catapult, then you can distribute the plague all over.
We can ruin the cat apocalypse and have cat catapults.
Yes.
That's right.
I'm all about letting the people.
I'm gonna notify PETA, you bastards.
People eating
Cat
tasty animals.
massacre.
I don't see what they would have a problem with.
cats in a catapult.
GY was working on asset reports and asset load optimization. Then Wizard Smoke working on the bugs and offline mode updates in Crown Merchants and Magic Movers.
Magic Movers. It's gonna be reality this release.
Yeah,
happen.
it's not. They're gonna be like, yeah, it didn't work the way we wanted it to, so we're scrapping this for now. The Deathbringer one and only working on the Max script process tools and Unity upgrade.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, a Burning Toad.
The burn.
He's feeling the burn as he scratches the itch that can't be found. That's known as Magic Movers and server migrations. Tassilo.
Migrating.
Yep. Tassilo is working on bugs
Bug.
and the website merge.
Merging and migrating.
And Morning Blood Omen. Over in QA, Eric working on regression, insanity, and forums. The Attenwood is regressing his sanity in the QA forums and rewards. Serafino's working on customer service and regression. Our useless overhead
Customer
group.
service.
We have the Dippy Bird working on the postmortem and blessings. Gorn working on general business.
Business.
Barrack, yeah, working back to business. Barrack working on the postmortem and forums and spotlight. Hutch working on Shogun wall decorations and art reviews. Lord British postmorteming and Jira entrying and meetingsings and general managementing.
And currently losing the auction.
Currently losing the auction. That's
currently losing to Star. I'm waiting for Lord British to register on Shroud Marketplace and start bidding on his swords.
$1,000.
Exactly. Chaos working on decoration setup. And last but not least, Darkstar working on winning some auctions, add-on sales, and pattern post and postmortem and forums.
Winning.
He's been drinking the tiger blood.
He's been down in that Obsidian Forge too.
By Obsidian Fortress, do you mean the dev hub?
Yes. It is,
Instead of going all the way down to the bottom of Hilt, the happy place, and killing mobs, it's like, no, we're just going to do this from the dev hub.
well, I'm guessing he in the bottom of Hilt and not worry about it being invulnerable. He could just stand there while they pound on him if he really wanted to.
Or he could just go into GM ghost mode and they never see him.
True.
And so he never gets attacked.
Even more so.
He could be right here next to us.
I'd be curious if there's I would think there would be, but sometimes you never know. He might have to travel to Hilt to go down and do that.
I don't know. We could always ask some of our dev friends whether or not they have the Obsidian Forge up in the dev hub.
From what I've learned, most of them have never been to the dev hub.
Well,
the crafting hub.
Well, that's because most of them play straight through the Unity client when they're play testing. And so they don't actually use the actual same game client that we do. And most of them, yeah, so they play within Unity, they float around, create their character. Yeah.
Explains a lot.
Explains one or two things, doesn't it? Yeah.
One or two, maybe.
Hey, that's what we have a QA department for.
That's right.
And that QA department is named everybody with early access. Let's see. Hold on. I need another song. Let's go with a little
We need some of these bards to step on back up and start playing regularly around here. I tell you.
I know. But
I thought we were doing some of the bards a favor by letting them promo and preview their music and all stuff, and
Yeah.
I wanted to showcase the music
Jack's
system.
repertoire. So
And I'm stuck with my partner trying to play music and band, and he doesn't know how to play, and he's
doesn't know how to type out
he
anything.
sounds real good, but the rest of the audience tell him he really sucks. No.
Hey.
I pretty much just mute him immediately.
Yep.
Exactly. That's the way to do it, really. I mean, it's like
Instruments off.
I tried to play Don't Fear the Reaper, but that sound file obviously didn't work very well.
So you got to
Well,
go
I
out
hear
to
that the bards are on strike until this music
shells out of strap music, man. I'm telling you.
Yeah.
Whole collections available there.
Well, just because the musicians are on strike because they want the instruments to sound like the actual instruments, that leaves something to be said. Yeah.
It,
Jack's crossing the picket line, by the way. Scab.
Yeah,
Yes.
I'm
Yes.
a scab.
Yeah.
Hey. If I wasn't the scab, it would be Laz.
That's right. Yeah, at least if I played Don't Feed the Reaper, we'd probably play, but that's another story.
If you could figure out how to spell it, Don't Fear the Reaper.
Well, I have a method so that I don't fail on that. It's called copy paste.
Yeah, mine is more like
Yes, that's right. We need to be moving on because Star got together with Chris and they sat down and answered all. It looks like they really answered all of those questions that were not asked during the post, or were asked during the post.
I actually asked a question: is Chris going to craft anything? Did he answer that one?
I believe he did, but not here. He answered that on the telethon. Let's get that up on screen for all the good boys and girls. The R38 post-mortem missed questions. Now, of course, one of my favorite things about when Star does this is, of course, his answers to some of the open-ended questions, because that leaves Star available to leave very simple yes, no.
Perhaps.
Well, the funny thing is, like, if you phrase your question with, "Are you capable of doing something?"
Is it possible?
Is it possible?
Probably.
Could you? Can
Could
you?
we?
The answer is going to be
future?
yes.
Yes.
Yes,
People
it
need to
might
learn how to do right
happen.
questions.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When?
If so, when?
Yeah.
No, just
So Phil Scott wants to know, at this time, it appears that the inventory of an NPC vendor is the same for all vendors of a type. Is this going to change?
We lost you.
How'd you lose me?
Why did we lose Jack?
I don't know.
See ya.
I hear him fine.
All of a sudden, his audio just totally went dead.
That's
No,
you.
you're hallucinating.
You're cutting out too, Les, by the way.
No, Laz is hallucinating.
Anybody else hearing Jack?
Yes.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah, so Laz lost
Lose
something.
connection?
Yeah, Laz technical difficulty
Hello, guys,
long.
girls.
Except he's talking still.
Jack, you have an unread conversation. Can you go ahead and open that up, please?
Can I open up what?
Yeah,
You have
let's
an
see something
unread
happen in
conversation that
Discord.
popped up on your screen.
Wait,
One we
I don't
will
have another
fix.
conversation that opened up on my screen.
Little icon popped up that you have one unread conversation.
The last thing I have is the thumbs up from you. Okay, hold on. Wait.
No, I was saying.
Okay. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I don't know what happened. Just all of a sudden, all the comm just.
Yep. So, Star responded with, "I assume you mean that all blacksmiths in a given city stock the same item. That is correct, but they do vary by region and even city. And at the same time, they are going through and they are changing inventories of vendors to actually be more appropriate. So that's ongoing. Majoria wants to know, can you include discovery and exploration quests to encourage seeing the world and continued exploration of the world, and also an achievement system in-game? Yes.
Yes.
Vulgarian wants to know, stables are all over the world. Will there be the ability to secure your mount at the stables?
I like that one.
Perhaps when mounts come online.
Magic 8 Ball says perhaps.
Perhaps.
Don't even have mounts yet.
Maybe.
Jesus.
Winter Dragon wants to know. Winter Dragon wants to know about Deep Ravenswood.
I like this one.
And why did you need to replace a popular scene and not just another less popular one? Just have Deeper Ravenswood then.
Yep.
They did not replace the scene. They merely tuned it, and it has exactly the same creatures that it had in it before.
Absolutely.
What?
And they added a little bit more deco.
Yeah.
What else?
Yes, it actually has exactly the same creatures, just because they're mixed up and not all in little bundles, so that wolves are here and bears are here. Now there's wolves, bears, skeletons, spiders all over the scene. They're not just isolated.
I would be curious to know
What?
if it has the same amount of creatures.
Well, that's not the question. But it has the same exact creatures that were there before. It hasn't changed. Just the mix and how they spawn out changed.
No more XP there then.
But it gets in your way to hose you up as you're trying to.
Yeah, it's got something. So
See, this is somebody who is probably used and sitting in the wolf area and just fighting wolves. And when the magical skeletons or the poison spiders come along, it ruins his day because he's not safe.
Well, no, or he's a person that would train 15, 20 spiders at the same time and then turn around and nuke them all and collect all that XP. I don't know.
You're crazy.
Yeah.
That was the only place to get experience. Now I get to do now. Jesus.
It's not the only place to get it.
Yeah, it was.
It's the only place to get experience cheap and easy.
It's not the only place.
Yeah. No, I'll take it here.
Go to Blood Bay.
It's like a buffet.
Yeah. So
Tell
then,
you what, you come run deep Wolfton one day and watch him obliterate the place solo, let alone in a party. Doesn't matter whether it's a bunch of spiders, a bunch of wolves, or all the above, man. He obliterates it.
it's all based off of the amount of XP that you have already accumulated. Dartan Obscuro wants to know, I really like the look of Central Brittany docks. Can we get the Ardoris docks spruced up? They will consider it, but Ardoris is already heavily decorated, so adding more decorations will impact performance.
That's a no.
Not at this time. Corpor and others want to know, what is the plan to drive people who want to PvP or the people who don't to attempt risk PvP with some new incentives like making collected body parts have an in-game effect on the person you're fighting? The answer is they are planning on further increasing the resource yields in Shardfalls and Ruins, as well as increasing the numbers and difficulties of the enemies. They are also going to be adding some PvP-focused artifacts that can only be found in those areas.
Love it.
Additionally, they are going to be adding named bosses to all those scenes, and some of them will have unique weapons and unique gear patterns.
So I guess Laz ain't getting any of that.
What's up with that?
Yeah, you'll be surprised what Laz gets his hands on. I'm a news reporter. I got friends in low places.
I don't want to know where your hands have been.
Yeah.
Low place. If I need a couple of sheep discreetly delivered, I know who to contact. You know what I'm saying? If I need to skinny on something, I know who to contact. If I need goods through the underworld, I know who to contact.
It's me.
That's right.
It's all me.
It's all Jack.
Yeah. So Corpor also and others also wanted to know whether or not they can get some higher level areas for his group of adventurers level 100 and above to group up and play together for fun, challenging, and something rewarding, hopefully with decent experience, rare artifact or loot, like the Horror or Champion spawns in UO. And they are adding areas...
Core is like 186 GMs, so that's who's talking here.
Yeah,
but he's also talking over 100 adventurer level.
Yes.
I mean, which is not too far off. I mean, I'm 7 now, 68, so it's really not that hard to get to 100.
I'm like level 12, so it's all good, but I'm
Once you get past
level
75, it's a lot harder.
Oh, I know.
Put your seatbelt on, Laz. For a ride.
So the answer to that is
somebody
areas...
just woke up.
Who just woke up?
Laz just said, "Put your seatbelt on, Laz. You're in for a ride." It's like, haven't we been telling him that for the last several months?
Yeah.
Just realized this.
Yeah. So areas like Kroll in the upcoming fall are going to be higher tier dungeons, and that's also what the new areas of tier 6 to 10 creatures are going to be populating, as well as named bosses inside of tier 5 zones are designed to provide. Ending sieges by fighting the Kabbalists should also provide some of this. So they're trying to make more rewarding. And if you go back to the post-mortem where they were talking about the fact that they want to include some raid content of some sort, that would also be related.
Absolutely.
Mad Hatter wants to know that can they get resource nodes outside of hunting scenes?
Not gonna do it.
Not gonna happen.
Wouldn't be prudent.
Unprotected resources would lead to unlimited resources, which would tank the economy.
Tank the economy.
I was already tanked.
By the way, Mad Hatter is awesome. Jack and I met him. He actually looks like the Mad Hatter and walks around with a white rabbit.
Oh, I believe it.
Yes.
Too much mercury.
Is the Mad Hatter's post on the forums very, very creative and very, very insightful at times as well.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the walking with the cane and the costume and everything else. It's like, oh man,
it was unbelievable.
Yeah, it was rather interesting. Mr. Blight wants to know, are you planning on adding treasure maps with a skill required to, say, read the maps? Cartography.
Elder Scroll thing?
No, that's a UO thing, man.
That's classic UO.
That's UO, dude. Where do you think they got it from?
Yeah. Glass bottles. Soaked soggy shoes.
I know.
Lots of soggy shoes.
Yep. So maybe eventually. It's only been asked for since Kickstarter, and they've kept on promising it over and over and over again. Mr. Blight also wants to know, what are the changes from the old initial promises to what you plan to implement now in regards to Guild Wars, keep building, castle building, siege equipment, and the like? Valofashbane also says, will there be more sandbox content for guild politics? Guild releases. Can we get an area for Guild Wars, like an 8 versus 8 arena? King of the Mountain, blah, blah, blah. They do have Guild Wars now. They do plan on expanding that feature over time to include features like control point-like setting, where guilds can fight over castles and use siege weapons like catapults. Edited. Players can declare any building a guild chapter house, but we do plan on eventually having unique buildings that guilds can earn in-game that are guild halls. That's really not the answer I was looking for.
Guild halls, where did you see that?
Guild chapter house.
Fight over castles.
Edited. Players can declare any building a guild chapter house, but we do plan on eventually having unique buildings that guilds can earn in-game that are guild halls.
Hold on a second. Maybe I need a refresh because I had that loaded from last night.
Oh, yeah. While you're doing that, I'm going to look for another song to play.
Oh, God, see what you did.
Let's see.
Stones.
I heard a request. I heard a request. Yeah, I was looking for the answer about when they're going to come on with Alliance and factions and the chaos or
I thought
chaos
they said
virtue
they
stuff.
scrubbed that in the postmortem. And
You know what?
Been asking about that.
People have been asking about it forever and a day, and I don't know why they would scrub it.
Well, the alliances, I thought they said, I'll have to go back and listen because I could have sworn they said they scrubbed the idea of one of those just in this past postmortem.
Well, I can understand. I can understand why scrubbing alliances.
On the Q1 schedule, but Star said it wasn't on the Q1 plans during the postmortem. So that's how I know that it was some way. But the exact wording, I'm unsure. I'll tell our show.
Yeah. Mr. Blight wants to know what are the current plans regarding virtue in PvP. And will it create faction versus faction based system, or are you relying on player created content? Valo wants to know, will there be more conflict in virtue versus anti-virtue battles? The finale of the story has some direct ties to virtue and PvP that we do not yet want to reveal.
Spoiler alert.
Spoiler.
Penis.
Hasn't been written yet. Hasn't been written.
Don't want to reveal it.
Duke Avery wants to know, are there any game mechanics specific to PvP yet to be implemented and made public? And if yes, can you tell us about them? Chris says, while there are not many purely PvP specific game mechanics currently being worked on, they consider PvP when working any existing feature. A prime example of a change that was made purely to make PvP more interesting was a complete rework of the gust mechanic. Also, the addition of heal debuffs as an effect in coming in release 39 is heavily aimed at PvP. Heal debuffs. Heal debuffs.
Heal debuffs.
Yeah, heal debuffs. Things that really your head. We still need. Yeah, I'm not going onto that soapbox today because
it's a soapbox, dude. It's a soapbox.
I know, but we have big stuff to talk about here, and not much more time today. So we got to tell everybody about the telethon tomorrow. All that good stuff. We can cover.
Yeah, you know what? I already clicked. I already clicked over to the tab for the telethon.
Now, of course, let's get a refresh on that. See if that number's gone up. Nope, still at that number, but there it is. The Iron Maiden Chemo Relief Fund is at $19,025 of the $25,000 goal out there.
Actually, just got a few messages from people that are waiting specifically to drop some buco bucks during the telethon itself. So
I can
have
imagine
the telethon experience.
Absolutely. But let's get this up on screen for everybody as well. Dex was nice enough to get this. Let me hit that size so that nicely in the screen there. There we go.
Yeah, I gotta move that image over to. Gotta go find Discord. Do you like this song?
I can't hear the song.
What is wrong with you, man?
I mean, I barely hear it in the background. Again, depending on the song, depending on the instrument, I'm sitting right next to you. The volumes go up and down. I'm not touching the freaking volume.
Oh man, this thing doesn't fit on my screen properly. Damn it.
Just use the control on your mouse scroller and size your window. It comes out real nice when you're ready.
Damn you. Okay, I'm ready. Iron Maiden Chemo Relief Telethon, February 10th, between 8 and 10 p.m. Central Standard Time in the real world. But remember, we refer to it as New Britannia time.
New Britannia time.
Don't forget, Iron Maiden is going to be there, and possibly the other Iron Maiden.
Iron Maiden, Guest of Honor, and then Iron Maiden, strung together Iron Maiden?
Well, there's 2 Iron Maidens in game.
Right. Iron Maiden.
With the space, and then Iron Maiden without the spit.
Strung together, right? Iron Maiden strung
One is
together.
a girl and one is a boy, so it's easy to figure out.
Yes. That is going to be happening in Dawn's Keep, which is just south of central Brittany.
Now, of course, if you need to get there tomorrow, you can zone to Jack or myself or Thexador or Turok.
Look at your friends
list of people.
Look at your friends list, and anybody that's in Dawn's Keep, you'll be able to zone to.
You'll be able to go to. That's right. Now, thanks to of the Chemo Fund, he's hosting the Gusball tourney, and we're going to be your MCs and commentating as we do that. We believe we're going to have Wolftam on RFB, Radio Free Britannia, as well, for the play-by-play of Gusball. If all goes right, you'll have us pervs talking about how to gently blow a ball into a hole.
I don't know what you're talking about. How does this Gus thing work?
Yeah, we've never been to a Gusball game ever.
It's been a while.
It has.
You guys are going to be rusty.
Oh, I know. It's
too long.
Hopefully, it's not too hard.
McAllister, that's 8 to 10 p.m. Central Standard Time, new time, which is otherwise referred to by most players as server time. So it depends on where you are, but Central Standard Time is the base time. So
Alderon says he's not sleeping, so it's going to be one where...
Going to be a late night for Alderon.
Yeah.
Thanks, Alderon.
Remember, every time we say the word something, you have to take a shot. We'll figure out what the word is. So 8 to 9 p.m., there's going to be that Gusball tournament hosted by sodagusball.com. Then between 9 and 9:45, the meet and greet with Iron Maiden. We're also going to be doing a ton of prize giveaways during that time.
Prizes.
Prizes.
Out of game, all sorts.
Yes. Then 9:45 to 10 p.m. is the closeout of the telethon, where we're going to have a fireworks bonanza courtesy of Ordinis Mortis. So we have to thank Roper Doc Holiday and Minerva for doing all that work.
Absolutely. And that's supposed to be a fantastic display. I have on good word that they're going to try and top their biggest display ever, which was, over 500 fireworks?
500 at Jenny Phoenix Fire's birthday. That's why I put 1,000 on there, just to give them something to shoot for.
And of course, we've got people digging out these firework boxes, and if we need more, I'm sure I got a few boxes lying around that I can toss into the cause. But how many boxes did you already throw in?
I threw in 11.
11 boxes? So that's a shit ton of fireworks just in those 11 boxes. Yeah.
You need to throw in more than me, just so you can
as
say
we
you
like
trumped
to
me.
refer to it as a metric shit ton of fireworks around here. That's right.
We want the whole Dawn's Keep to be on fire by the end of this thing, man.
Yeah. Then after that, don't forget door prizes galore. Thexador is contributing 500 crowns of the obsidian for the giveaway.
That's in-game.
That's in-game crowns of the obsidian. 10 physical crowns of the obsidian, just like this.
Yeah,
were donated courtesy of Sir Frank and Sir Frank's Mint, and those are going to be given away. There's some new information that there's also going to be something donated by Relics by Rild.
Yes, well, that's
we don't know what that is.
Set of giveaways, but next set of giveaways, we've got 4 of the
Flamberge
5-packs.
Yes.
4 5-packs. That's right, 4 5-packs we're going to be giving away on the air. 5 more physical crowns, also courtesy of Sir Frank. 3 Warhammers crafted by Lord British himself. These are just collectibles that gotta have. If you got a Lord British relic, that's something you're going to want to place in a display case someday later on.
Oh, yeah.
2 times the new gondola water decorations, and of course, special prizes courtesy of Relics by Rild. We're also maybe some late moment auctions for other items out there. We're keeping our fingers crossed. And all this is going to be happening in our Discord and Twitch channels. So if you want to be eligible for all these prizes, you want to be here for all the festivities and during the broadcast, you need to come into our Discord and join us on Twitch TV. That's Discord /NBNN, or you can go to nbnn.info. I had them mixed up in my head.
That's why I was laughing.
Yeah. And you can join us those ways, or you can go to twitch.tv/NBNN News and follow along in there. And if everything goes hooked up, we may even take some phone calls live while we're doing that tomorrow as well.
We don't even have to take phone calls because we have this thing called Discord.
I understand.
They can just join us.
we have people who may be at work who can listen in on the radio and may not have the capability, and they can call in and talk to us via their cell phones if but
you can do the same thing on your cell phone because Discord has a phone app.
At work.
Okay. At work, most people won't be able to do that.
Time of day.
Hold on.
People won't be able to get away from their desk to put the phone app up. They'll be able to pick up the phone at their desk and call us.
10 at night. What the hell?
How do we get the Portalarium camera turned on?
You've got that Discord phone app.
Right. Not everybody has one of those. Zep still have a fucking dial phone. He has no damn smartphone. Come on.
Hey, it's not my fault that not my fault that he's still using a rotary dial phone.
Smartphones.
All right, I'm calling. That's it. I'm calling just for the hell of it.
Still waiting for the portable rotary.
What time left?
Between 8 and 10 tomorrow night.
Yep.
What? I'm gonna be working.
You're retired.
That's right.
See, you're letting him dig you into the hole of we're
there's a reason why. Yeah. Love you, Zip. Love you.
You're cutting out, so I didn't hear what you said anyway.
You're good. Don't worry about it.
It's all good. Moving along.
Moving right along. Yes,
I don't know where
to. A big event out. Some developers to show up as well. We're expecting loads and loads of people out there tomorrow night, and of course, it's to help out an avatar in need. You're going to be helping out Doug raise money to get the chemotherapy he needs for stage 4 colon cancer. Now,
that's right.
Again, anybody whose cancer sucks, we all know that. My mom is a 2-time cancer survivor, so I can definitely get myself behind support that we need, resources we have behind it, and that's what we're doing here. And of course, again, big thanks to Dex for putting this all together and organizing this and making this happen for Doug, which is just absolutely amazing so far. And we're shooting to hit that goal tomorrow. Let's raise that money. That's what we need to do tomorrow.
Yeah, and it's going to be an interesting experiment because I'm going to try to use the zone chat while we're in that scene to be doing telethon information as bids are going up and prizes are going out, and
that's right.
It's going to be like a smorgasbord of fun and giveaways and all for a good cause.
Now, at the same time, we're also going to be keeping tabs on the auctions as they close. We'll be giving you updates on the auctions, which ones are closing next.
Some of them, since the items were initially staggered and it was just the Dark Star collection, all the other times are going to be a little bit weird. So some things are going to be, it's going to be like auction closed, then a minute and a half later another auction closes for some of it.
That's
so
fine. That's
Merle
absolutely fine.
Merle just messaged me and said that the bid amounts are going up as we speak, especially on the Dark Star stuff. I mean, he's going to bring in over $1,000 with just the Dark Star.
I was going to say the
Gix's panties. The Gix's panties. I expect that to top $200 just for Gix's panties.
Should we do a bet right now and see what happens?
I'm going for $200 for Gix's panties.
I'll see. Let's get a friendly bet going there. If you think it's going to be $200 and Thex wants to call you out, what can you guys agree to that you maybe do something in game or?
You know what, Thex? I have several of the actual Shroud of the Avatar coins that Lord British gives out during. Oh, yeah? That this is straight from Lord British. I will give you one of mine if it does not top out. Gix's panties don't bring in $200.
Challenge.
Wow.
Lord British.
So it's a win-win for me. I don't have to do anything.
Yeah. So this is the one that says Shroud of the Avatar on one side and Lord British's emblem, and they're Lord British's own coin for Shroud of the Avatar.
So if it does not top 200.
And you get nada.
Then I get nothing. Well, I can live with that because I want to get the top 200.
And Doug gets whatever that item fetches. So
yeah,
panties, folks, panties.
Hey, you know what? I mean, aside from a full suit of obsidian armor and the price is going up as last I saw was $400. Set of armor on auction.
Oh, it's actually gone up a little bit.
Yeah, and the bow just jumped up to 75, and the wand jumped up to 50.
Yeah. So these numbers are climbing, and again, you can get out there on Shroud Marketplace. We'll tell you more about that in just a minute.
And all you eBayers out there know that all the action happens on the last day and in the last hour. So be watching.
So be tuned. Of those closings as they happen, and we're going to be watching the cat fights as it may be to see who gets some of the rarest swag out there in the Shroud of the Avatar world.
There's definitely a cat fight for the panties going on right now.
Yeah, gotta love it.
It's all about those panties. Those panties are the bomb. And it's
all I know is
be taking out a small credit line for those panties.
After Friday. After this telethon, we will the eternity of the game to whoever wins those panties. That will be history.
They better wear them to the studio on Friday. That's all I gotta know.
Well, you mean maybe Monday?
Oh, Monday. Yeah. Duh.
Because they're not gonna be here in time to do that Friday. At least not this Friday.
Hey, I can put them on right now.
Thex can put them on right now, he's got them on him.
The price just dropped.
That would just take them right out of the marketplace.
They are gently used. Someone had to model them.
There goes the stock market.
Alrighty, but moving right along, we've gotten that covered. Thank you, Mukau.
It is calendar time out in the real world, or the virtual world. Don't forget, community calendars provided by nbnn.info. Just go to nbnn.info, click on the calendar button at the top, and then scroll down a little bit, and you will see that the Shroud of the Avatar community calendar is there. All times are Central Standard Time, but we prefer to refer to it as New Britannia Time. That's right. Don't forget, this is Thursday, February 9. I'm waiting for you to say something.
What a suck.
It's like, what are you doing? What are you doing? You're killing me, Smalls.
Too slow motion.
Okay, so VIP ticket sales for SodaCon are still available. Last I checked, there were 3 still out there. Don't forget that includes a guided tour of the Portalarium Studios by none other than Lord British. If you aren't going to be able to make it to the Austin area in October for SodaCon, and you still want to contribute and get the rare endgame cloak, you can still get the non-attendee cloak just by donating at sodaconaustin.org. Early bird tickets are going on until April Fool's Day. Because why else? April Fools. Sale's been extended.
Never know.
Yep.
No.
Today at noon, 3, 6, and midnight, around the clock, there are two idiots that don't know what they're doing and misinterpret a little bit of everything on a show called Lunch with Laz and Jack on WRFB. Radio Free Britannia. Idiots. At 4 p.m. on Avatars Radio, Golden Wings going country today. At 7 p.m., if you're interested in some PvE, you can join the Phoenix Republic for PvE nights. That's going to be with the Dungeon Masters of Malahari or Kazan Phoenix Fire. Also at 7, you need to tune your ether amplifiers to WRFB.
WRFB.
For 70s at 7.
That's right. Taking a blast to the past.
And at 8, Nurse Justin takes over the world and the airwaves. Between 8 and 10 for Unmedicated Schizophrenia Part 2. Do. She's going to do you on Unmedicated Schizophrenia.
RFB.
Yes. She'll do you outside of the game and inside the game.
Yeah.
And
No,
I'm
not
expecting a
really.
text in
She's
about
gonna
5
do
seconds. At 9 p.m., if you're interested in PvP,
Yeah, you better go look for that phone.
I sent this Discord message.
you can go out to the town of Finchfield and join Pestilence for Guild Wars. The registration begins at 9 and lasts until 9:50, and the battles begin promptly at 10.
10 p.m.
That's right. At 10 p.m. on Avatars Radio,
TV.
Amber Rain's alter ego, Ember Flames, taking over the airwaves for Temper Tantrum Tea Days. And the final event of the evening is going to be on WRFB, Radio Free Britannia,
WRFB.
with the Record Room with Laz's dad. And that's our community calendar for this. She only responded with wow. That's it. Wow. That's all I got. That's all I got. I mean, no threats to kill me this time. I mean, it's like
That's it, man. I tell you.
just wow. It's
You're
like
cut off.
yeah. It's like she's gonna murder me one day.
Oh, yeah. That's all she can do right now because she is in the office.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
Just think if those were open right now, what would be going on? I bet you she'd be on those phone lines calling in.
oh yeah.
Switchboard's lighting up.
That's right. And that's our community calendar for this Thursday, February 9th in Shroud of the
You
Avatar.
better stay away from the radios tonight, buddy. You
I
better
don't know
not
what you're talking about.
You better not be putting any requests in for any songs during that DJ set. I tell you.
I know what I'm going to request too.
Yeah, I bet you do.
Puff, puff, fast, man.
Alrighty, moving right along. MBNN is a proud sponsor of SodaCon Austin 2017. And if you need the latest info on SodaCon, just contact me or go to SodaConAustin.org. Look for the con and get in touch with whoever it might be that has the.
But
And of course, let's see if our sponsors are lined up. Probably not. Nope. Never lined up.
I'm just going to laugh at you as far as our sponsor is going to come out on time. The
Yeah.
right way.
Yeah, you never know.
It's not different.
RFB.
It's not a
Radio
complicated
Free
process.
Britannia. Rebroadcasting Lunch with Laz and Jack throughout the day for your listening and entertainment pleasure. So no matter what time your lunch is, you can listen to us throughout the day. Our newest supporter, Grimy.com, Grimy Traders Auction House for auctioning off all those goods that you want to get rid of. Sick and tired of PM me in the forum for all that. Just want to make a buck. Go to grimeytraders.com. Free to list, free to sell, free to sign up. It's a buyer's premium. Our good friends over at the Yorkshire Markham Farms, official sponsors of NBNN. Ale, cotton reagents, vegetables, ale, more and more items available through the Yorkshire Markham Farms Marketplace. Keep just south of Central Brittany and conveniently located on Shroud Marketplace for convenient buying in bulk. Our home guild, the good folks over at the Britannian Mining Company, want you to come on down to Black Rock Cove and check out Market Road for all your mercantile needs. If you need mats for all your crafting, you go down to Market Road and you can get everything you need. Located in the mines for your mining as well. Our friend Jacob White over at SodaMap.com. SodaMap is truth, so says Lord British. Heard it with my own 2 ears. And introducing Soda Navigator, your mini map for Shrouded Avatar. Now with all sorts of new stuff. Check out SodaMap.com for the latest. Spyrill.com supplying some of those last minute prizes for tomorrow's telethon. And of course, for all your licensed Shrouded Avatar swag. T-shirts, you want your hats, you want your patches, you want to get some physical kodos, go out to relicsbyrill.com or tune in during the telethon and try and win some. And if you want to save a little money on that swag, use the promo code NBNN when you check out, and you will save swag at relicsbyrill.com. And of course, last but not least, our good friends over at the Shroud Marketplace. Shroud Marketplace, virtual vendable needs, and for all the action tomorrow night during the auction. Jack, take it away.
Yeah, Shroud Marketplace is the place to go buy or sell anything Shroud of the Avatar related. That includes the latest collection from The Long Journey Divided, where they've got a bunch of reagents that they're selling in bulks of 500. That's right. And don't forget the Gix's Little Secret. The little panties are up to $74.75 on the auction. Ooh. So that's after 14 bids. It's going to go up to 200. I'm telling you. I got a coin.
Oh yeah.
Give it to me.
Yeah. This is one of those that have been going up steadily throughout. We've been just going.
Oh yeah.
I'm going to up you. I'm going to up you.
Yeah.
And they want this to be seen out in the open here. This is going to become a last bidding war at the end. I almost guarantee it. So this is going to be the hot sale to check out and follow, and we'll be following with it all along live tomorrow during the telethon. So one day, 8 hours, 35 minutes, and 55 minutes.
It's going to be Gix's panties are closing in.
The panties went up.
Yes, they went up to $74.75, right?
Yeah, that's what we're talking about.
Yeah, exactly.
You want panties to go down. You don't want panties to go up.
Yeah, well, in this case, we want them to go up and stay up.
Yes. Don't forget, if you are interested in listing your items on Shroud Marketplace, you can always do so for free. Just go to register an account and then click on vendor registration. All of the different vendors are individual players, and so every single shop is a different player. So this is players helping players. Shroud Marketplace, the place to go buy or sell anything Shroud of the Avatar related, as well as providing the auction site for the Iron Maiden Chemo Relief Fund. And that means it is time for us to thank the most important people around here.
That's right.
Do you know who they are?
Guys.
Oh, that's you guys. Thank you guys for watching.
You guys. We love you guys. Some of you is more than others.
And for much longer.
Some of you ain't loving nobody anymore after the recent comments made live on the air, but that's beside the point.
Hey. She's the one trying to see whether or not my butt crack accepted credit. So,
hey, well, you leave that crack open and somebody's got a credit card to make that swipe, man. That's a fair game. I'll tell you.
Leave that crack open.
Yeah.
That's fair game.
I think that was after Win stuffed a dollar down my pants. I can't remember. So
You know, Laz has got a 5 spot.
That's right. You've seen Laz at the 5 spot live. That's right.
So thank you everybody for watching out on Twitch, YouTube, or listening on Radio Free Britannia. We couldn't do this show without you guys, and we do it for you guys. And as Laz is very fond of saying, we love this shit.
We love this shit. That's right. We love you guys. We do it because, again, we just enjoy bringing this to you day in and day out. And, of course, it's always nice to know what the heck's going on around this world, because it's coming fast and furious, folks, if you're not paying attention. And 1.1. I want to know more about 1.1. Yes.
What is this 1.1 thing that you're
I want to know
talking
more
about?
about 1.
Yeah.
Well, I think we're on 1. That's what I'm thinking already, because if we're already, well, again, we'll talk about that more tomorrow. That's something for another show. We'll have to get some more information on that and find out. Meet up and get out of here for today. Again, don't forget, tomorrow night, we're going to be having the big telethon for Doug's chemotherapy. Chemo relief fund, not for his chemotherapy, for his chemotherapy he needs. And it's going to be an event to end all events. At least that's what we're shooting for. So come on out, enjoy the festivities. Dex has got all sorts of land. Here we got photo booth, kissing booths, all that good stuff. Do you have a kissing booth set up?
That's on Saturday for the
That's
Pax Lair deal.
No, booth someplace in one of those events. That's right. And all sorts of other events happening out there at Dawn's Keep tomorrow. We'll tell you more about it. So that's it for us today. Stay tuned, NBNN, for more news, sports, entertainment, crazy wild happening, jinx and shenanigans right here inside Shrouded Avatar. I'm Laz.
I'm Jack.
And we are NDNN and Jack. Whatever.
My middle name is Mud.
Yeah, that's right. And we'll be back tomorrow. Stay tuned. We'll be bringing you the latest right here. I'll see you all tomorrow, folks. Have a great day. Jack's not going to.
My Name is Mud by Primus is going to be my requested song.
That's right.
It's a good song. It's a great song, but will Justin play it at Taco Land? I don't think so.
I actually know Jack's middle name.
Do you? I know you know the middle. It's what?